Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is all about my singles out there because this is all about, my dear, who's coming towards you in love. I think this is gonna be a very exciting reading, so let's see what energies are coming your way in love. As always, my dear, I have 3 pals that you can choose from, and you can either choose the card or the crystal below it. As always, this is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is gonna be pal 3. Please feel free, my dear, to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. As always, you will find the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And my dear, if you're interested or curious when it comes to a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see who's coming towards you in love. As always, my dear, I would like to first get you some tarot cards and then we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more oracle. So let's see, for my dear pile 1, who's coming? Who's coming towards you in love? For my dear pile 1, for my dear singles out there, who's coming towards you? Okay, 1 card fell. Please give me a moment. So the first card we have is the 5 of Pentacles. Let's continue. For my dear pile 1, who's coming? We have the Queen of, not the Queen, the King of Cups. The Sun card, all right. The Death card as well. Oh my goodness. 6 of Cups. Ace of Swords, the Star card, and now let's get you 1 last card. And we have the Temperance card as well. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands here. All right, let me see. Okay. So my dear pile 1, who is coming towards you in love? So first of all, I would like to say the first that came into my mind, which is very, very interesting. I heard that your next person, this person who's coming towards you, they're actually going to be very, very nurturing for your inner child. And this is a very, very interesting way to start the reading. So this can actually apply to multiple ways. For example, it could be the case that this is someone who will really be very, very acceptive of you. And not only that, it could be the case that with this person, you will be able to feel like a child again. You know, sometimes life can be very, very serious, right? And we may not find a lot of time to just let loose and just, just come back to our more so light-hearted self, right? And just to enjoy, not really thinking too much of what may be tomorrow, and just having fun. Some people really struggle with it because, well, there are love responsibilities one may have to take, to go after, right? And I really feel like with this person, it's a little bit different. In fact, they're gonna help you to make space for yourself, to nurture yourself, and at the same time, I feel like you guys could actually enjoy doing certain things together that you maybe used to do as a child, but you can't do anymore because of like adulthood and stuff like that, right? So it can be something very similar as maybe a hobby that you had when you were younger, something that you really, really enjoyed doing. Could be something creative or something very active. Or maybe you guys are gonna, bond when it comes to childhood cartoons or something like that. You're gonna watch, like, have a marathon, and it's gonna bring you back to the much more, I was about to say happier, but I don't think it's the right word. To the much more carefree, I would say, carefree you. And maybe because of, well, the seriousness of life, you weren't really able to do that for quite a long time. And this is all about you taking a step back and allowing yourself to just be. As I like to say, we're human beings and not human doings, right? Of course, like kind of societies we live in make us feel something different, right? But it's important to also give us ourselves a little bit of space, right? So we don't burn out, or we don't lose our mind. So I feel like when it comes to this person, they will help you with this. Maybe you will find time to do something exciting that you haven't done. I mean, when we talk about children, something also that we may associate with them is this adventurous nature that they have, right? And this lust for exploring life, and maybe you weren't able to do this for a very long time. And I feel like with this next partner, you guys will be able to explore more, to see more, to do a lot of new things you haven't done ever, all right? It's gonna bring you a lot of excitement and joy for sure. Now, let's talk about who this person is. What I'm seeing here is that this is someone who's very aware and mindful when it comes to their own emotions. Someone who knows what they want, someone who's aware of the kind of energies they put out. And I feel like this is also the kind of partner who will be very understanding when it comes to your emotions. Now, let me explain. Sometimes people may come across a partner who's not that sensitive, okay? And let's just say you choose to cry in front of them, and they may be saying, don't cry. Like, why are you crying? Like, not very that empathic, right? Some people feel like they can't let out whatever emotion it could be. It doesn't have to be sad emotion. It can also be joy or anger, whatever. And they may not feel as safe to do so. And what I'm feeling here with your person is that they will give you the space to freely express yourself and to not be ashamed of your emotions. Because once again, this is someone who is emotionally intelligent themselves. They're very cool, calm, collected, but at the same time, they will not reject whatever comes through from a partner. They will listen, they will be very respectful in their approach, and you will feel good, okay, opening up to them. Because for them, the highest or one of the highest priorities, let me put it that way, in a relationship is to be honest to each other and to always make sure there's clarity. So there won't be any misunderstandings which could lead to fighting, right? Or bigger obstacles. So yeah, they're a very transparent individual also, especially emotionally speaking. They will tell you what's happening, they will tell you how they feel, and they will also be interested in your feelings and how you see stuff. Okay, so they would want to get this feedback from you, so you both know where you stand and so on. All right, so this is something I wanted to mention here as well. For some reason, with the star card being here, this is very cheesy, but I really feel like this person, they could have been a wish fulfillment of you, because some of you guys could have waited for this person for quite some time. For example, I feel like some of you guys have been single their whole life. For others, you may have been single for quite a long time, all right? And it's kind of like, now this is the star that you have been waiting for, that you have been maybe wishing for, praying for, trying to manifest even. And yeah, they're coming through now. So it almost feels like finally, I'm hearing finally they arrived. So this could be something that you're gonna say as an example, right? But it just feels, yeah, it just feels like something has come at last. Also, I feel like this person is an optimist, for sure. They love to encourage others as well, motivate others. They have a very healthy and positive way seeing life. For them, the cup will always be half full, okay? And I don't know why, I also feel like this is someone who's very observing. So they really pay attention to the small things. They really pay attention to what others may miss, all right? With the death card being here, I feel like this is actually referring to the past, but also to the present, to both. First of all, let's talk about the past. This is someone who has perhaps gone through a very, very drastic change. A change that has influenced all the areas of their life. For example, it could be the case that they have moved, okay, to a certain place and they had to get a new job, find new relationships, friendships, and so right. So they had to adjust to that. But this is just an example right there. It could also be maybe for someone out there, this person like they left a relationship, and after this breakup they had to just readjust their life as well. It's just like an ending happened and they really had to shape everything from the beginning. But it has been for the better, for sure. It has helped them and it is leading them towards where they would want to be in life. Maybe it was a little bit painful, or the change wasn't easy. I mean, changes are, at times, they can be very difficult to adapt to, right? So I really feel like maybe this transformation that I'm talking about here wasn't the easiest to go through, but the most important thing is it took them to the place that they're supposed to be at. And I really feel like now this person is feeling in their power. They feel like they arrived as well, and they're very, very thankful. And I said that this transformation, this change, is not only connected to their past but also their present, right? Now, speaking of the present, I feel like this person has transformed as well, not only their life circumstance, but then themselves. As an example, maybe physically speaking, they could have gone through some kind of changes, either voluntary or involuntary, okay? But I see that this is coming through here as well. I'm seeing them for sure at a much more balanced state than where they've started. As an example, let's see where this, or I'm sorry, which card this spread starts with is the Five of Pentacles, and the card it ends with is the Temperance card. So it's almost like transformation, a process is ending here. And with the Temperance card as well, the Temperance card is a card which is very well balanced, and I feel like this is showing the energy that this person is currently finding themselves at. However, once again, it wasn't easy. I don't think it was an easy process, but it was so worth it. By the way, you guys, you know what I just noticed? Your card selection is the play card, right? And I talked about inner child. And the play card is actually, like, when we think about the word play, that's something a lot of people may first associate with children, because children like to play, right? And also look at these two dolphins. They're so playful and so gentle at the same time. And I really feel like this is actually a great illustration to show the dynamic between you and this person. Now, I would like to get more information regarding who's coming towards you, my dear. Let me shuffle. For my dear pile 1, who's coming towards you? Who's coming towards you in love? Okay, we have 2 cards coming through here. We have the music card and we have the journal card. All right. So, let me start with the music card. I feel like this person is... that's interesting. I just heard an extrovert. Someone who really loves to be surrounded, by people, and they love interaction, they love discussions. This is someone who really feels in their element when they can come out of themselves. They feel home, kind of, when they are surrounded and they can chat and so on. Definitely more so extroverted than introverted energy right here. With the music card being here and the illustration, I mean, you can see there are people playing like instruments, and of course instruments are very loud, right? Of course it depends, but let's just take a drum for example. Drums are normally louder, and I feel like this person could also be someone like this, someone who's not shy of expressing themselves, of sharing their voice with others. And this is actually going to be something that I feel like you're really going to appreciate and like about this person, because they don't hold back. And once again, coming back to the connection to the Ace of Swords, when they share something, it comes from a place of honesty. It comes from a place of clarity as well. They don't want to play with people. They want to put everything on the table the way it is, and it's very important for them. No matter if we talk about like romantic relationships, friendships, or family dynamic, colleagues and so on, for them it's always important to know that between them and the person they have some kind of relationship with, everything is figured out and there is no confusion. I feel like this person absolutely doesn't like confusions of like whatever or however it may apply. They always like to have everything figured out. This as well can be someone who's very disciplined, someone who could even have some kind of management career. I know that's very random, but that just came in my mind. Someone who has to plan and, yeah, think things through, even maybe be a little bit analytic, such things, you know. Also, this person with the journal card may have some passion when it comes to reading or writing. I feel like generally speaking, this is someone who loves to gather knowledge, so their nose could be in books very often, and they like it because for them a book has so much, yeah, we can just take in, you know, like a hungry animal just wants to go into their food, right? It's the same thing with them as well. They feel like when they open up a book, there isn't so much knowledge that they would want to just inhale, you know. And this is how, yeah, this energy feels like. Let me get you one more card, an archetype card. Who's coming towards you in love? For my dear pile 1. For my dear pile 1, who's coming towards you in love? Ooh, too many cards. Who's coming towards you in love? Okay. One card fell, and we have the Saboteur archetype, which says, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Wow. That's a very strong card right there. Now, you know what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling here? You know, I've talked about this change that wasn't easy for this person. It was very uncomfortable, perhaps, right? The change that not only has something to do with their past, but with their still present moment as well. Maybe this person used to be in a situation, it could be a circumstance such as a bad job, or maybe they were with a person such as a toxic partner, and I feel like maybe they have stayed in this situation longer than needed because they were scared to leave. They were scared of the unknown, and eventually, though, they had to take a risk because they just couldn't continue living like this. You know, they really needed this fresh new beginning, this new energy coming their way. And you know, this card says saboteur, so it kind of feels like they have sabotaged themselves with staying longer than they have to. However, I wouldn't really say... Well, the thing is, when we do something out of fear, of course it is some kind of sabotaging, but still, you know, when you are acting out of fear, you're not quite yourself, right? Because you're acting out of fear, obviously. And I feel like this person, when they think back, they feel compassionate towards themselves, you know? They're not gonna say, oh my goodness, like, what did I think? I was just so stupid. Like, why did I do this? Why did I sabotage myself like this? No, this is not how they're gonna think. They will say, I understand. It was very difficult for me. I was at a place where I couldn't quite understand what was happening and I was afraid. And they're gonna be very gentle towards themselves, towards their past self. Because I feel like we need to, yeah, you know, for them, they're very empathic, you know, even when it comes to themselves. Oops, excuse me, my dear. Even if it comes to themselves, and I feel like they are a very compassionate person for others as well. So if there's something you struggle with, they're definitely gonna be someone that you feel you can approach and, yeah, ask for help or ask for guidance. So, my dear pile one, this is actually all I have for you. Thank you so, so, so much, my dear, for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. I feel honored, and yeah, my dear, also, if there is something you would like to share, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Also, I invite you to like and subscribe if you haven't. If you subscribe, my dear, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or interested in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would also like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. My dear pile one, I am sending you much love and much, much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal two, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, for my singles out there, who's coming towards you in love. So my dear, as always, I would like to first start with some tarot cards, and then we will dive a little bit deeper into the topic with some more oracle. So, let's see, for my dear pile 2. Okay, some of you guys could have also been drawn to another pile, I'm hearing. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. If not, then of course, just stick with this one here. So let's see, for my dear pile 2, who's coming towards you in love, my dear? For my dear pile 2, who? Okay, let's see. Oh, so wonderful. The Ace of Cups, new love. The Tower. All right. Let's see. The Hermit. Who's coming towards you in love? Oh, too many. For my dear pal 2, who's coming? Ooh, the Four of Wands. All right. King of Cups. The Tower with the Ten of Swords. I see. The Three of Pentacles. And one more card, please. Please excuse the cut, my dear. Let's continue. One more card, please. Who's coming towards you in love? For my dear pal 2. Okay. Okay, and we have the Ten of Cups here. Let's see, at the back of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, now let me see whether everything is visible. Yeah. Okay, so my dear pile 2, for my singles, who's coming towards you in love? Let me start straight away with the Ace of Cups. Now, this is someone new. This is not an ex or someone from the past coming back. This is a new love. This is a fresh new beginning for you. Not only for you, I feel like for your person as well. This is going to be a much needed new beginning when it comes to romance. And you know what's very interesting for me here as well? It feels so effortless. if some of you guys sometimes have a very hard time with opening up or saying yes to a relationship because there are a lot of how do you say it? Because there are a lot of not rejections, but I just feel like you may at times feel guarded when it comes to love, and therefore you're a little bit cautious. Now, the Ace of Cups is the energy of you just want to flow, you just want to flow in love. And the cup of love which is being offered, it's overflowing, it's overflowing with joy, with love. And I feel like saying yes to this relationship is definitely going to be way easier for you than, let's just say, for the previous one. There's just this decisiveness here that you may not be that familiar with when it comes to relationships and you. But I guess the major point here is that it's gonna be so easy for you because it's gonna feel right. And therefore, it's gonna feel effortless. Allowing yourself to open up, allowing yourself to go into this adventure, right? Into this relationship. Now, speaking of this one, this is specifically for those of you guys who have had previous relationships, okay? This is a message for you guys because keep in mind this is a general reading, so a lot of different energies come through. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So for those of you guys who have been in a previous relationship, especially if this previous relationship wasn't the easiest one, it was a very, very painful one, maybe even toxic, or it just didn't end well, or it wasn't really what you wanted. I see that this relationship coming your way, it's actually going to help you so much with just leaving this chapter behind. This new relationship is going to help you with understanding that everything has a meaning, and maybe at the time it was very, very difficult for you to cope with the breakup, but you will understand why it happened. You will understand that, okay, I had to leave what wasn't good for me so I could invite something better, something I deserve into my life. And as I am saying, the past you maybe didn't quite understand what was happening and had a very, very hard and tough time with dealing with it. But this self of you that I'm seeing here, this one version, it totally can connect the dots, and you will realize that you sacrificed what was not good for you for something that is good for you, okay? This is how I would describe it. Also, I feel like you're gonna meet this person in a very unexpected way. So it could be in some kind of scenario which you didn't really expect, or the kind of way, it's just not really, like, at the day you will meet this person, you will have not expected meeting someone. Let me put it that way. I really feel like it's gonna be a shock, but a positive shock, that you just got to know someone who could be a potential partner. And as I said, I really feel like I need to emphasize it one more time. Whatever painful chapter it is that you have in the past, and you're still a little bit, energetically speaking as well, you're holding on to, let me tell you, it will be a part of the past. Because you didn't come here to take the pain of the past with you to the future. You came here to learn, and I really feel like this learning aspect is definitely gonna be there for you, because you're gonna understand just because something appears to be bad, that doesn't mean that it's actually totally bad, or just because something appears to be good, that doesn't mean that it is totally good. You know, there is good and bad in everything, and sometimes we need time to figure this out. You know, with time, everything will fold together, and this is what I'm seeing here for you as well, my dear pile 2. Okay, so moving on from that, let's talk about who this person is, right? Shall we? So, first of all, what I'm seeing here is that this person has a very interesting dynamic when it comes to introvert and extrovert, okay? I don't know what this word is, but there's this word for someone who has both energies in them, right? Who is introverted and extroverted. And this is who this person is. With the Hermit card, I don't know why, but it literally, I saw it and I heard like introvert. So I feel like this is someone, but once again, they have both energies, because I'm not only getting this, I'm also getting extrovert energy coming through. If you know what term I mean, I forgot it, let me know in the comment section below. But this person is pretty balanced when it comes to that, but depending on which mood they're in, I feel like they can also take it to an extreme. So for example, if this person really feels like they just want to be by themselves, you know, they need to recharge, they need space, time in which they can just be alone, and they can, you know, go back to things that they love to do by themselves and so on. I really feel like this person could be like, even for days, okay, like they could spend days by themselves and they would be the most happiest person on earth, just having their own company and really, yeah, just doing whatever they love. Like, you know, sometimes people have some difficult relationship with themselves, and they don't really like to be all by themselves because of maybe also certain thoughts then coming through, you know, overthinking and so on. So they kind of want to always be gathered or always be surrounded, so this chattering won't come through when they're all by themselves. With this person, actually, this is absolutely not the case, because they feel so comfortable being alone, and they actually get recharged doing so. At the same time, this is someone who loves to be the life of the party, you know? Like, this is such an interesting energy. And once again, if you know the word, let me know. But they can do both. They either feel very introverted and just need to be surrounded by their own energy, you know, not exposed to others, really spending time, quality time with themselves. And it's such a healing experience, actually, when they do so. But at the same time, they have those days in which they just want to go out, get to know people, have conversations with strangers, you know, go out, dance, celebrate, like big time, okay, with like as many people as as they are, like being the life of the party, you know. And I feel like this may have also something to do with the fact that, let me see. Okay, no, they are not showing me exactly what the reason for that could be. I guess it's just a part of their personality. At least this is what's coming through here. They definitely know, or they definitely feel comfortable with not being available to others for a few days, but at the same time, they also have those days in which, if they come back and if they gather with others, they will not be they will definitely be super outgoing, and yeah, the ball of attention. That's very interesting. I actually have met these kind of people. There are people like that out there, and it's actually very interesting to observe them. And yeah, I'm very fascinated because it's wonderful to see that they can do both, you know. That's great. So now let's move on. Let's see what we can get some more for you, my dear. Now, I would like to say things, not say things, say this, because it's coming through, and of course, take it how it resonates. But I really feel like this relationship, my dear, can turn into a long-term relationship, okay? Into a very, very serious one, in fact. Of course, it depends on your free will and whether you want this or not, because always remember you have the last word. Even if certain energies come your way, if you don't want them, you don't have to keep them into your life. Free will, right? Having said that, if this is something you want, if you are willing to put the energy into it and the effort, what I really feel here for you is that this could even be your potential future partner, all right? Like a spouse, even. But once again, it really depends whether you're willing to put the work into it and whatnot, right? But it's coming through here, energetically speaking. The potential is in here. You're also the first pile which this message came through for. I really feel like you and this person, you match, my dear. You work so great as a team, and both of you guys are willing to create this very harmonious relationship. I mean, just look at the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is definitely a card which should not just be taken lightly, because it doesn't really come through that often. But if it comes through, it's a wonderful sign. And in your particular case, I feel like with the Ten of Cups being here as well, there is so much you guys can create, and there is definitely this potential of a future together that I feel like you guys are gonna be aware of. You're gonna know it. Maybe you're also gonna be very straightforward when it comes to the other. You're gonna let the other know that yes, you are someone that I definitely feel like I can create a life with. I can create even a family with, of course, if this is something you want. Take it how it resonates, but that's also something that's coming through here for me. So yeah, this could be your spouse, my dear. Because also with the Ace of Pentacles, by the way, oh, we have two aces, all right. So with the Ace of Pentacles being here, I feel like when it comes to how serious you guys are, you're gonna be pretty serious, all right? Like from the beginning, it's very important for both of you guys to secure this relationship, to build it on a very firm foundation. And this is something that you won't just do with anyone, right? So you really need to be sure about the person and about their intentions and the kind of future both of you guys would like to create with each other. And with them, you're definitely gonna have this security and this reassurance as well, okay? There is this element of reassurance here. Let me see. Also very interesting, we're starting off with the Ace of Cups and we're ending the reading with the Ten of Cups. That's beautiful. So we're starting with 1 and we're ending with 10 here. With the completion, the 10 energy, and the Ace with the beginning, right? So this is definitely, this could be a beginning of a relationship which is going to be your life partner, okay? Just so you guys know. Now, I would like to get more information regarding who this person is. Let's see, my dear. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? So for my dear pile 2, Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Okay, I love this card. The first one we got is look at the stars, or look to the stars, I'm sorry. Let's get you. Too many cards. Let's get you one more card. Too many. And we have sync with the moon. All right. So this is very straightforward. Let me just say it. I feel like, my dear, you and your future spouse, you're very, very compatible. You are a great match. Actually, when I see look to the stars, you know, like for example, in India, before people get married, it's like some people like to see how compatible their birth charts are. And I don't know why this actually, like, I was instantly thinking of this. You don't have to be from India, or you don't have to do this. I'm just saying that it feels like you guys are really, really compatible, and it makes a lot of sense because it has to, because, you know, to create this Ten of Cups energy. It doesn't mean that you guys are similar. No, you could be very, very different as well. It's not about how different or similar you are, it's about how compatible you are. Because just because two people are different when it comes to certain aspects of their life, or let's say their background or how they look or whatever, that doesn't mean that they won't be a great fit, you know, as long as their intentions, their morals, and the love they share for each other, you know, is mutual. So this is definitely something I'm seeing here once again. You guys definitely are going to be a great, great team. With the zodiac signs being here as well, maybe someone watching, zodiac signs are very, very important for you. And I'm also seeing that the zodiac sign of your partner here, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be a zodiac sign that you actually are really into. I know this is very, very random, but this is something I'm seeing here as well. Also, no matter who we talk about, okay, it doesn't matter what gender this person identifies as. What I'm also seeing for you is that this person is very in touch with their feminine energy as well. Because we have masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. We all have. And this is actually so, so beautiful. I feel like with this woman being here, it could be the case that a big reason for that, you know, why they are like this is because of their mother. Because their mother has not, has made them understand that it is important to also nurture our feminine side, and it's absolutely nothing that we should be ashamed of. It's something that we should embrace. It's a part of us, and so on. And I feel like this person, like, this has really shaped them in one way or another. Well, actually, in a good way. Let me put it that way. Let's see. I would also like to get you guys one more card. Let's see. One more oracle. For my dear pile number 2, who's coming towards you in love? Let's see, my dear. Who's coming towards you? Okay, we have the God archetype, which says benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. Now, that's a very beautiful card right there, right? I feel like this person has a very gentle way with interacting with others. They are very gentle in their approach, as this card also says, very compassionate. I feel very genuine as well. They definitely also look at this card. We can see she has her hand in front of her heart space. Also, you have this beautiful card, right, which is the love card, but look at this. It's the heart chakra, right? So I really feel like they are connected, you know, to their own heart space, and therefore it comes very natural for them to be so loving, not only towards themselves, but also towards others. This person definitely has a very, very great inner relationship with themselves. Okay, I know I've said this, but it's so important to mention, because that's actually so important in life. It shapes everything. Our spirituality, our personal life, career, relationship, everything, our energy levels, the way we see ourselves, and the kind of relationship we have to who we are shapes also the relationship and how we see others. So that's a really, really great energy right there. And I feel like a big reason why they also can create with a partner. They're willing, okay? They want to do the work and compromises and share, give. Of course, also receive, right? Because it's a give and take. But they're absolutely ready. They're really ready for a partner, my dear. Now ask yourself, are you ready as well? So, my dear pal 2, this is all I have for you for today. Thank you so much, my dear, for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. As always, my dear, if there is something you would like to share, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't, I invite you to like and subscribe to the channel as well. If you subscribe, my dear, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or interested in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can also feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would also like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. My dear pal 2, not 3. My dear pal 2, I am sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course, a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 2, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see who's coming towards you in love for all my singles out there. So as always, my dear, I would like to first start with some tarot cards, and then we will continue with some more oracle. So let's see, my dear, let's see. Oops. Oh, this card fell through. So let's see. For my dear pile 3, who's coming towards you in love? For my dear pile 3, for all my beautiful singles out there, who's coming towards you in love? Let's give it, one more shuffle. All right. For all my beautiful singles out there, who's coming towards you? Okay, the first card we have is the 9 of Swords. Let's see what this is all about. for my dear pile 3 who's coming towards you in love. We have the Chariot card, King of Swords, the Three of Cups, okay. Let's continue for my dear pile 3 who's coming towards you in love. Okay, the Nine of Swords with combination with the Seven of Swords here. Only one card, please. I don't know, this card doesn't... Okay. One card only, please. Okay, one card flipped over. We have the Four of Swords as well. Interesting, look at this. We have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. All right, and we have the Four of Wands here. At the back of the deck, my dear, we got the Knight of Swords. All right, so my dear pile 3, who's coming towards you in love for all my singles out there? So first of all, what I would like to say is that I find it very interesting that we have the King and Queen of Swords here. And I really feel like this is you and this is them. Now, I'm not talking gender-wise. It doesn't matter. These are just energies. And I really feel like one of them is representing them and one of them is representing you. However, it's going to apply. You know for yourself who's maybe more so in their masculine energy and who's maybe more so in their feminine energy. But what I find really interesting here is that, you know, both are the King and Queen of Swords energy, right? And also if we look at the illustration, in some ways they are a little bit similar. For example, here we have in both a sword coming through, right? Here the sword is like the king is holding it. Here the queen is, you know, having it beside her. Also, of course, we have the illustration of ice and snow, right? And then they also have some companions, you could say. Here we have this dragon and here we have these 3 little fairies. So what I really feel here is that you and the person coming your way, you're actually pretty similar. And I feel like this similarity with you guys is the most prominent when I also compare it to the other 2 piles, for example. You definitely like, for example, you may talk about your past and then you will see you have a lot of similar events happening to you guys. Or you may talk about your hobbies, what you want to do in the future, maybe what you have done in the past, you know, like job-wise, for example, and you're going to see a lot of similarities coming through. It could even be the case that also internally speaking, you guys definitely are seeing eye to eye. Listen, this is for sure, like these are 2 equal people coming through here, okay? The king and the queen, they're equal. And also, once again, talking about the more internal things, I feel like you guys are very similar in the things that maybe you would want to achieve in life, the kind of lifestyle you are seeking towards, your opinions regarding certain matters, the way you maybe think even, you know, the kind of patterns. It just seems so similar. And I don't think that this is a coincidence because, of course, like nothing is a coincidence. There's always a meaning behind it. And maybe for some of you guys, it could be a little bit scary even as well, okay? Because You're gonna meet this person, and it feels like a little bit as if you're looking into a mirror, as if you're looking into yourself. But this fear is gonna be away pretty fast, because those similarities that you guys have, like, this is exactly where you're gonna meet. And not only that, please look at this, my dear. You chose the relationships card, right? And look at these two trees. They are literally the same. They look the same. And also in the colors and so on. And when we think of trees, every tree is special, right? Because you can't compare trees. Of course, they are different, like varieties of them, but even like they never look the same, okay? They have their own story to tell and their own, yeah, experience of life. And I really feel like it's the same with you as well. You guys are gonna be very, very similar. But at the same time, of course, you're gonna be your own person. However, you have beautiful ground to build something on. Also, I feel like when it comes to being protective, okay, this element of protection, you guys are also pretty similar. You could be a little bit private, which means that you don't want people to be all over your business. You are very cautious when it comes to what you would like to share with others, whether it's like through talking, or let's say in the modern day world through social media or such things. And I really feel like both of you guys are, yeah, once again, keyword, very similar. And you understand the other. Like, this is the kind of relationship in which words are not needed. You guys are gonna look at each other and you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand how this person maybe feels towards, whatever is being discussed, or what the other person is maybe thinking about, how their mood is. It's gonna be pretty easy for you guys to actually pick that up. And I'm just saying it the way it is. This for me feels heavily like a soulmate energy. So the next person coming into your life, my dear pile 3, not 2, pile 3. Maybe some of you guys have been also drawn to pile 2. If this is the case, then of course feel free to watch it. If not, then just stick with this one here. But as I was saying, I feel like this is soulmate energy right there. And also, my dear, it could be the case that during this time in which you actually meet them, I'm gonna talk about the meeting here, you will see a lot of strange coincidences happening, synchronicities. And maybe in the beginning you're gonna think, well, that was just random, or that was just by accident. But you are gonna slow understand that no, like, there's something, you're receiving messages, there's something happening. And I feel like that's actually a great way to kind of navigate when this person may come into your life. Also, another thing, intuition, by the way, okay? Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is gonna guide you, my dear, especially through this relationship, because it's gonna be maybe very new, very intense. So make sure that you listen to your intuition and you don't allow your ego to come between you and what you may want, okay? Having said that, now let's continue. Now, I really feel like speaking about this person, let's see who they are. This is someone who's a pretty career-oriented person. Career could be the most important aspect of their life, or at least, let's say, a very, very high priority in their life. Of course, career or job is important for everyone, right? Because you earn money, and through that money you can, well, you can provide for yourself and others. But when I say they're very career oriented, I don't mean because of like they want their needs to be met. I'm talking here about the fact that this is someone who has so much determination and motivation to win big, all right? They definitely have some goals when it comes to their career. I feel like this person knows exactly what kind of life and lifestyle they would want to live, and they put a lot of work into actually creating this life. So they're definitely not scared to put in the work which is needed to work the extra hours. In fact, they could even have workaholic tendencies, all right? But this is just who they are. They love this. They love to succeed. They always want to go to the next level. It makes them feel excited, and it gives them a reason, to just go out there and show themselves. That's another thing. This is definitely not someone who's shy. They love to represent who they are, and yeah, they are definitely very productive and goal minded. All right, this is who they are. At the same time, I feel like this person understands when to take a risk. Not a risk, a rest. Because sometimes when people are in this energy, they maybe tend to burn out, or they don't really know when it's enough. With this person, they really listen to themselves, they listen to their body. If they feel like they're too exhausted and their body is just telling them they need to take a break, okay? Because otherwise it could have a very negative influence on their health or their well being. They will listen because they understand there is no point with, for like trying to fight this, because at the end you may even lose bigger. So they're really aware of also like the need of taking a break. They think that it's very well invested, and for sure it is, right? So that's actually a great thing. It's not going to be in a scenario in which it could be very tragic, or you may even need to remind them. Maybe in the past, actually. I feel like in the past, they could have been pretty exhausted. Okay? In the past, this person actually could have um, not known their boundary, and they just went all in every day, working not only to the max but even more. And even though, yes, they had great intentions, of course they want to create this life for themselves, but still there is only that much that our body can carry, right? And if you go for a few sleepless nights, you will see that there is nothing more important than sleeping properly, right? And I feel like this person could have had a similar experience right there. So they've learned from it. I feel like this person has seen into their shadow self. They've seen into toxic behavior patterns that they could have. And they're really trying to work through those so they won't be in their way, or they won't be sabotaging themselves. Because maybe when they used to be like this, they have actually lost more than they have gained. So yeah, they understand there is a time for everything. There is a time for work, but there's also a time for taking a rest. Having said that, I also feel like this is the kind of person who has an inner circle, and they're very private when it comes to that. They don't just allow anyone to be a part of their inner circle. I feel like they're very picky. Not because they think they're better than others, absolutely not. But because they have been there, they've done that, and they're just over it, They could have had some people that they're invited into their life who were just tragic and very, very toxic. You see, let me show you this card. There's this girl, and then there are all the swords, which like almost are about to cut through her, right? But we also see those beings here. They are navigating that, or they are actually doing this, right? And they're also smiling. It's kind of like they are stabbing her in her back. Excuse me, my dear. Sorry. I don't know why, but my technology today is just crazy. I don't know why it stops, but as I was saying, regarding this card right here, it really looks like these beings are trying to stab her in the back, right? And what I'm feeling here is that this person has experienced something very similar to that, and therefore they're very selective. So it's actually very understanding, but not only that, the element of protection is definitely very, very high. And this person just wants to protect themselves and their loved ones from people and energies that are just not a good influence, I guess. And they're also going to be the same when it comes to you guys' relationship for sure. This person is going to be a very protective one, also of your relationship, and just making sure that sneaky people or toxic people who are not deserving to be in your guys' energy field, that they are away. All right, so this is who they are. Now, I would like to mention as well that I really feel like if this is something you guys would want to do, this is the relationship that could actually definitely turn into a very, very long and serious relationship, okay? So your next partner could actually be your life partner. But of course, there are a lot of different aspects to that. Whether you're willing to do the work and whether you would want to stay with them, right? Because of your free will. But if this is something you choose for yourself, the potential, energetically speaking, is definitely present in there. Also, I just want to emphasize once again, this is a go-getter for sure. And I feel like they are more so going to be trying to pursue you, okay? And they're really going to do whatever it takes, because once this person sees something or finds someone who they know is very valuable to them and they would want to have in their life, they will really do whatever it takes to do so in a very respectful way, though. All right, so just you guys know. Now I would like to get more information. Let's get you some more oracle cards for my dear pile 3. Who is coming towards you guys in love? Let's see. Who's coming towards you in love? This one. For my dear pile 3, who's coming? Ooh! Oh my goodness. Excuse me, a lot of cards fell. No. Too many. Okay, we have 2 cards that came through. Let me see. So the first card, that's interesting. Okay, so the first card we have is the movement card. All right. And the second card is read. That's better. Now, what I'm feeling here, first of all, with the movement card, this is for sure someone who's very active. They could do, or they could have actually, a lot of sporty kind of hobbies that they like to do. They love to always move, their body, train their body, work out perhaps even. But I just feel like it really charges them with energy as well. Sometimes when people move their body, they really feel like there is energy coming through. The stagnation energy is getting out, and I really feel like it's the same with them as well. But besides that, they actually have a lot of passion for maybe a certain sport. Or maybe they really love to get into the gym, a few times a week. I just feel like it's a huge part of who they are. It's a huge part of what they love, and you will always see them active. This is a very, very active person for sure. But of course, once again, if it's needed, they also know when to rest. Although I feel like this movement energy itself is kind of like resting. Like sometimes people do certain activities and they feel like it's very meditative, right? Or it just brings them back from all the stress that they encounter on a daily basis. And it kind of feels this here as well, this way. Now, we also have the reed archetype, or the reed card, better to say. And I really feel like your person, they're actually someone very, very knowledgeable. Also, with the King of Swords being here, the King of Swords, and not only the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords actually as well. Both of them, like, they know, okay? They definitely know what's happening. And they're also, for me, these archetypes, they have this thirst for knowledge. And I feel like that's very, very important to them. They also love to have a partner who they can mentally connect with. So if you're someone who also values this very, very much, then I feel like you guys can definitely bond when it comes to that. Not only this, but you actually will have great discussions. I can already see it. And not only this, but you will learn from them and they will learn from you. Both of you guys are willing to be taught, and I feel like you're going to really enjoy this process. Now, let me get you guys an archetype card for my dear pile 3. Who's coming towards you in love? Who's coming towards you in love? Let's see. Who's coming? Ooh. Now look at this. We have the King archetype. That's very interesting right here with the King of Swords as well, or even the Queen of Swords. There's love like royal energy present, right? Now the King archetype says enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Now, speaking of leadership, absolutely, I've not said this, but that's just complementing this energy so well. This is a natural born leader for sure. This person can be a great boss. This can be someone who not only can manage other people if they have to, but do it in a very respectful and smart way. If this is some kind of person who's in a higher position, they know exactly how to appropriately treat others, and this is not someone who is going to take advantage of their power, because they absolutely know how it is when people are trying to kind of pressure you, right? Or just play with you. And that's not the kind of music they entertain for sure. Like, no. They want things to be on equal grounds. And they also live by the quote, like, never do something to someone that you wouldn't want someone to do to you. Okay, this was like so bad. But I think you know what quote I mean, right? But you wouldn't want to treat others in a way that, you wouldn't want others to treat you. I hope I said it right this time. However, if it's wrong, once again, I think you guys understand what I mean, right? And this is who they are. That's why they're also a very fair leader, is something I just also heard. That's actually great, because that shows this is not only a leader, but this is also someone who's empathic enough to understand how it is maybe to not be the king, okay? So they understand what others go through, for example, if they work for them. They will not think, okay, I'm the boss, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do. No. So, my dear pile 3, this is actually all I have for you. So, my dear, thank you so much once again for allowing me to read for you and allowing me to connect with your beautiful energy. As always, my dear, if you would like, you can feel free to comment if there's something that, yeah, you're eager to share. I definitely welcome it. Also, my dear, if you haven't, feel free to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or interested in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to also connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. You will find my Instagram link in the description box. My dear pile 3, I am sending you much love and much positive energy. And I hope you're having a beautiful day or, of course, a beautiful evening, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pile 3, take care, my love.